another Let's Talk video. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are ready for this week's topic, because as you can tell from the title, we are going to be speaking about a very touchy subject, which is friendship. And it's not like, oh, I want to be your buddy. No, it's not that type of friendship, guys. We're talking about grown people, grown stuff, grown people stuff, like how to truly be a friend in these times of toxicity, right? And I was going through my mind as usual, because I'm always thinking. Yeah, I went through my mind and I wrote down some points, and we're going to speak about them. What I really believe the traits are that one needs in order to be a good friend. So let's get now. The first one is, of course, the most important one is to be genuine, guys. Whew. Let me take a pause right there, because I'm telling you, this one is rough, and I know you are there shaking your head with me saying, yes, I know this one is a rough one. Guys, our society is so fake, it's not even funny. I'm sick and tired of it, honestly. Like, you see, because I'm a person that is open to new friendships, this whole fake society thing kind of gets to me, and gets me to that side of Shanique that I really don't like to tap into. But yes, guys, let's talk about being genuine. So, I think many of us can resonate with this point, to say yes, it's so rare these days that when you find it, you just have to like grab it and hold on to it so tightly, because guys, if you let go of that rare gem that is actually genuine, it's like you lose a part of you. Like, honestly. So how to be genuine, right? Guys, be yourself. What's so hard in doing that, right? And it sounds so simple, right? Just be yourself. But it seems like it's a very difficult task for many people. Like, they don't know how to be themselves. And I think it stems from, that's why I started this series with confidence and independence and the real you, looking within yourself, doing introspection. Because if it is that you don't have confidence, if you're insecure, if you're not seeking to do self-improvement on a daily basis, if you're not seeking to be independent and learning to be alone, like, how can you say that you're going to be genuine towards someone? And and that's actually what you should look for. But I'm going to speak about that in another video, like part 2 to this, to say what you should look for in people when you're seeking a friend, right? And just be yourself. Don't try to impress anyone. People love you for who you are. Just be yourself, guys. Be genuine. Be the kind person that you are. If it is that you know you're trash, work on yourself and then start being genuine towards someone. Like, I don't know what to say to you, honestly, because everyone has their flaws. But if you are not willing to work on your flaws, then you're going to, when you do enter a friendship with someone, you're going to hinder that friendship, basically destroy that friendship, because you failed to work on that thing that is hindering your growth as an individual. And then that's going to ripple over into someone else's life, and you're more than likely going to hurt that person, right? So just be yourself, be confident in who you are, improve yourself, and be yourself. Like, honestly, be yourself. If you like this, if it is that you know that you being this way doesn't mesh with someone, don't try and force the friendship. I am so big on not forcing things. Like, let it be, right? If you move away from me, it's fine. Keep it that way. If I move away from you, I have every reason that I have moved away from you, and let it be that way. Don't try and come to me. Don't try and push yourself up on me, because, yeah, like, just let things flow, just let things flow, because there is a reason why I would have moved away, and there's a reason why you would have moved away, and, things just should happen that way, right? And just let things flow. Just let things flow. Don't push friendships. Like, honestly, don't push for something that is questionable, if you understand what I'm saying. So just be genuine. You as a person, like, when I go into a friendship, when I start a friendship with someone, I am literally just seeking to be a good friend to that person. I want nothing in return. I don't ask for stuff. I'm not seeking your friendship because I want some benefit from you. No. I'm trying to just be a very good friend to you, because that's how I am with my friends who I've already met, right? My close friends. And because I've said before, I'm open to new friendships. Like, when I meet someone, it's just, okay, let me genuinely love this person as a friend, and let's see where this goes, right? I'm really open to letting people paint their picture to me. And if I don't like your picture, then bye bye. But yeah, just be genuine, be loving, be caring to someone, and be yourself. Just be yourself. That's all I can say on that topic. Like, be yourself. And if it is that you realize that you being yourself is causing friction between you and a person, then you probably need to let that go. Don't force. Okay, so the next one is be thoughtful and considerate. So this actually really flows from being genuine, because, guys, you see, I had to drop my pen for that one. Like, drops the mic, like, pa-dum-pum. But anyways, yeah, drops pen. Like, guys, if you want to be a good friend, you can't just always think about yourself. Please, it's not always about you, right? Think about the other person. Like, what is it that they would want? What is it that they would like? How is it that they would feel if I did this, how I did that? Like, just don't think about yourself all the time. You can consider how someone else's feelings is gonna be like if you're supposed to do something, right? And in doing that, guys, you are exercising a very great quality that any person would appreciate in a friend. Yeah, yeah. Be thoughtful. That one's pretty simple. Like, be thoughtful and considerate. Like, if you were in that person's shoes, would you want them doing what you are doing to them? Pretty simple, right? And that's how you build good friendships. Like, think about the other person and how they would feel, what they're thinking, Okay, so the next one is communicate the difficult things. Communication, communicate. I think this one is globally known, right? Communication is very hard for everyone. I will not say it's easy for everyone. Everyone suffers with communicating their feelings at some point in life, and it takes a lot of practice as well as a lot of confidence and assertiveness to actually communicate how you feel and do it in the right way, because trust me, sis, hey, let's just say that I have messed up a few times with how I communicated my feelings towards some people, right? So I read something that said, okay, let's use this scenario. If it is that someone's not listening to you, you don't respond by saying, oh, you never listen to me. You can respond by saying, I feel as if I feel as if my opinion is not being heard. And I've read this in a book before. I don't remember the title of the book, but I have read this in a book before. I've also read this on a blog and a few other places, when it pertains to communication. And I'm learning. I can honestly say that I'm learning, and I'm not so quick to answer as I would usually be. And because I'm not so quick to answer, I better communicate my feelings when I'm not in a very good mood, right? Because if I'm angry, guys, that communication tip is out the door for me. I won't lie. I'm sorry. I'm not necessarily the nicest when I'm angry. Yeah. You should ask my mother. Right? Yeah. So, like, communication is really big, and I'm still working on it because I need to learn. And I think that's why if you've watched my daily devotionals, my daily encouragements, you've heard me say time and time again that patience is not my ministry, right? Like, God is still teaching me patience, right? I'm not necessarily the most patient, and my friends can definitely attest to this. And it's okay. I admit it. I am not patient, right? But the Lord has been working on me, guys. And we praise Him for that, right? So, in me exercising this patience that He has been teaching me, I usually just go silent. And because I go silent, I can think, withdraw myself from the situation, think about it, and then rally back. Zine? So yes, communication is key to any friendship. And not only you should be willing to communicate, you should also create the space for your friend to communicate their feelings to you. Because if it is that you're a person, I am a person that loves to tell people, come on guys, tell me what's wrong, tell me how you feel about the situation, how do you think I can improve. I always ask for opinions, and I take your opinions into consideration, and I think about it, and then I make my final conclusion. So I do take opinions, like I allow people to communicate their thoughts to me, and I take it, I feed on it. No, I don't feed on it. I take it and I think about it, and then I move forward with that. That's my approach with communication. So I do create that space in my friendships for them to tell me how I am, because I want them to also create that space that if I see something that needs to be improved, I can do the same. And even though I do create that space for people, I realize that oftentimes a few people don't even like the fact that I create that space, or I ask them to basically critique who I am as a person, and like give recommendations on how best I can improve in a certain situation, things like that. It's because they don't want it reciprocated to them. And I've noticed that, and because I've noticed that, I try not to force or coerce them into doing that, even though it makes me uncomfortable. Because if I feel like I can't communicate with you, like to say, okay, what you're doing is not necessarily favorable in my eyes, and it's affecting our friendship, then how else are we going to grow as friends, right? Because I'll need to let you know that you need to stop doing that. And if I can't let you know that because you haven't created the space, then how best are we going to be friends if you're not able to tell me, if you're not able to allow me to tell you how best to improve, so that we can make our friendship more solid, more concretized, right? And it's the same thing. That is why I create that space for my friends. Like, okay guys, tell me, so that I can improve myself, because I know I'm not perfect. So what is it that I'm doing wrong that I can work on it so as to be a better friend to you, right? So try and incorporate that tip, please. I think that one is actually, it should have been second, honestly. Communication is very key, apart from being genuine. So yeah, and in order for you to communicate the way I just explained, you have to be a very genuine person. So yeah, and very thoughtful and considerate person. Yeah. So the next one is, I kind of touched on it just now, is to seek to improve yourself, guys. I spoke about this in the Real You, where I said that you have to understand that everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and yes, your strengths are there. You can always praise your strengths. You can always be like, okay, I'll keep my strengths and that's the only thing I'll focus on. But no, a genuine person, a genuine mature person, and a person who wants a good friendship will, in that friendship, they will always seek to improve themselves, because friendship is growth. Any relationship, there is a factor of growth, and if it is that you want anything to last, if we are growing as individuals, how then are we going to, if we are growing as individuals, we have to change, right? So you have to expect that someone else must to change. And the fact that our mindset is not the same as when we were just born, like, come on, guys. Self-improvement is key, right? And because it is key, we have to do introspection in our friendships. We have to look within ourselves and say, you know what? Okay, did I do this wrong? Did I do this right? Please let me know. You see how it ties to communication, because self-improvement allows each and every one of us to be a better person, be more genuine towards our friends, right? So seeking to improve yourself is key to being a very good friend. So the next one is know how to apologize when wrong. So guys, being in a friendship, this one is hard because I know pride is rampant in our world. Like, it's loved, right? And because it's loved, not many people in friendships, when they know that they're wrong, like, they don't know how to apologize. And it's not only apologize with words, guys, it's apologize with actions, because I have gotten it where people are like, you know, I'm sorry about this and this, and then no change, and I'm like, that my bad, right? I was like, okay, so you say you're sorry, but then you're doing the very same thing that I spoke to you about. How is that even working? Like, I don't understand, right? So if it is that you sense that there is an issue, like my roommate always says that I'm thinking too much, right? But guys, like, I do think a lot, I will admit that. But like, if I sense a mood change or anything in my friendship, best believe I am thinking about it, and I'll immediately go and apologize before you even have to say anything to me. Honestly, that's who I am. And I know that my friends can attest to that. Like, okay, Shanique, okay, you don't need to apologize now about that. And I'm like, yeah, but I sensed that mood change. I'm like, I don't know if that kind of went the wrong way. I didn't intend for it to go that way. So if it is that you thought that way, then I'm sorry, but that's not, you know, like, I'm always explaining myself. I realize, no, yeah. But yeah, they're used to this because, yeah, we've been years in friendship, right? So yeah, guys, being humble to apologize when you're wrong is such a precious gem to have, like a precious trait to have. Guys, I don't know, but as I've said, in our society today, it's not praised to do these things. So it's hard for people to find or find a good friend, and then it's hard for people to even exercise being a good friend because a lot of people don't want to showcase their genuine self. They don't want to improve themselves. They don't want to communicate. Like, they just don't want to do all the tips that I've mentioned in this video. Why? Because it seems like it's a bit too much to do and they just can't be bothered, or they're not ready to do that. So until they're ready, then whoever it is that they encounter is gonna kind of have a hard time. So yeah, that is how we should be a good friend, honestly. I know this is a kind of hard topic to talk about, but hey, it needs to be spoken about, right? So yeah. Honestly, just from my off the top of my head, I don't think that this needs to be said in terms of like it should just be known that these things are supposed to be done. But I've learned in life that a lot of people really are oblivious to these tools or these moral truths. Like, yeah, so I guess it needs to be said. So yeah, let's talk for this week, guys. And let's go over our tips today. It's how to be a good friend. That's be genuine, be thoughtful and considerate, communicate your feelings, and create the space to communicate such things, and seek to improve yourself at all times, and know how to apologize when you're wrong. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Bye bye.